welcome to Missing Miles podcast. I am Gary Howard. Thank you for joining me. Today we'll be discussing the missing case of Anna Marie Scivetti. She is from Long Island. She went missing from Long Island. Currently, I am in New Jersey right now, and this case was nearby me. I haven't seen, not really too many people cover this. John Lorden talked about her for in an episode, but since I'm here, I thought I would cover her too. She's been missing for a while now. She went missing August 19th, 1998 from Long Island. Now we'll be Staten Island, New York. Now we'll be talking about two women because two women connected this individual that we're going to talk about went missing. Yeah, but before Anna's name was ever printed with the missing headline, Anna was a person who lived a full life with a vibrant heart. Anna Marie Scivetti was born on September 20th, 1963. She has been described as a free spirit and a beloved sister, daughter, and aunt. Anna was known to all as a creative individual who often spoke of becoming a singer. She recorded music with friends and belonged to a Brooklyn women's poetry club as a prize-winning writer. A friend who knew Anna in her teenage years remembers Anna fondly as someone who was relentless in her pursuit of helping others. The friend detailed to reports how, as teens, they have found a lost dog in Midland Beach. Instead of simply calling a local animal shelter, Anna insisted that they make posters for the dog. Guided by Anna, the pair spent hours plastering the posters across the neighborhood. Anna's friend remembers telling Anna that they should stop saying nobody's going to want this dog. Anna replied, "Let's keep going." Anna's determination paid off. 2 days later, she reunited the dog with its owners. No one would imagine that years later, friends and family would be spending hours plastering posters around the same neighborhood, pleading for help in Anna's disappearance. Anna was also described as being a survivor by her sister and advocate, Angel Deruvo. Deruvo? Deruvo. 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 Annie, I'm sorry, apologize. Anna managed to escape a corrosive and physical abusive relationship with her then boyfriend Charles D. Chorman, a relationship that resulted in an order of protection. You will hear his name in a different disappearance. Charles was a married man whom Anna believed was separated from his wife, Linda Chorman. Anna reportedly never knew that he was actually living a double life the whole time, going back and forth between his two residences at Staten Island while simultaneously maintaining a relationship with his son. Charles and Anna dated on and off for 4 years from 1994 until her disappearance in 1998, but their relationship wasn't without severe turbulence. In September of 1997, Anna was granted an order of protection against Charles following an aggressive altercation where Charles grabbed her by the shoulders, threw her on the floor, punched her head, and pulled her across the apartment by her hair. Charles pled guilty to the brutal assault. Charles was already no stranger to the criminal justice system, considering in the 1980s he served 4 years in federal prison for being the mastermind behind a car theft ring and was responsible for the stealing and selling of 500 vehicles. At the time, it was the largest car theft operation in New York history, linking Charles to organized criminals across state lines. And by 1998, 4 years into her relationship with Charles, Anna was taking active steps to split up with him. She was living in her own apartment and working a new job. In the 2 weeks leading up to Anna's disappearance in the summer of 1998, Anna was suddenly forced out of her Midland Beach apartment following a fire of unknown origin. She packed up what she could, took her older dog Odie, and briefly began staying with a friend in West Brighton, Staten Island. Despite the sudden change, Anna remained positive. She was looking for a new apartment and she had plans to meet with her future roommate and landlord soon to place a deposit on a new apartment. Totemsville apartment. Then on Wednesday, August 19th, 1998, Anna reportedly had a tense telephone conversation that afternoon at work, and records indicate that the conversation was with Charles. Anna was seen leaving the Farrell Foods in South Plainfield, New Jersey, where she worked as a receptionist. According to traffic records, Anna headed west Brighton, traveling over the outer bridge, crossing into Staten Island. Later that evening, Anna was seen wearing a black knit top, a blue and black checker skirt, black pumps, and a gold Madonna necklace, while out with Charles at a local South Shore neighborhood bar that they regularly went to. Witnesses said Anna looked like she was in a good mood, but Charles appeared to be brooding. The pair was reportedly at the bar late into the night and into the early morning. The night the night at the bar was the last reported time anyone has seen or said have seen Anna. And while it's unclear whether or not Anna drove herself to the bar, one thing is true: her car, a 1988 four-door blue-gray Mazda with a red ball on top of the antenna, has been unaccounted for since the night of her disappearance, so no one knows where it's at. Also, on the following Thursday, Anna missed appointments and social plans, which alarmed friends and family since it was uncharacteristic of her to vanish. What's more, Anna never made arrangements for Odie, something Anna never failed to do when she was traveling in the past. That following week, Angel reported Anna as missing while Charles took his family on vacation. It was that same time that Angel and the family discovered more about Charlie's checkered past, including the fact that one of his previous girlfriends and sister-in-law, Elizabeth Bump, also vanished in 1993, which we'll get into that shortly. 7 months after Anna disappeared in 1998, well, let's talk about that right now. Yes, Elizabeth Bump went missing April 9th, 1993 from Staten Island, and she's on the Uncovered website as well. All this is from Uncovered. Her date of birth was December 31st, 1969. She was 23 at the time of her disappearance. She's 5'5", 135 pounds. A dark colored raincoat. What she was wearing, clothing, a dark colored raincoat, and a green blue jogging suit. Her vehicle was a 1986 Pontiac Grand Prix. Her characteristics is a Caucasian female, brown hair, brown hazel eyes. Bump has a birthmark on her right leg. Bump was last seen in the New York City borough of Staten Island on April 9th, 1993. She worked as a home health care aide and was leaving a parent's residence at the time of her disappearance. Bump parents told authorities that he witnessed two unidentified Caucasian men summoning her across the street as she exited the home. Bump was never been heard from again. Her 1986 Pontiac Grand Prix was discovered abandoned several blocks from the parents' residence on April 14th, 1993. 5 days after she disappeared, authorities said that the vehicle had been wiped clean of fingerprints. By the time it was located, there was no sign of her at the scene. Bump had previously lived with her sister Linda, who is married to convicted automobile theft. Here we go, Charles Corman. I know I keep saying his name differently. I don't know why it keeps coming out different. Torman. A photo of Torman is posted with this case summary. He was released from prison in December of 1992, 5 months before Bump disappeared. Torman initially assisted with the police investigation into his sister-in-law's disappearance. It was rumored that he and Bump were having an affair at the time she vanished, but that was never been proven. Authorities began to re-examine Torman's possible role in Bump's case in 1998 when Torman's girlfriend suddenly vanished from New York City. And we were talking about Anna Marie, was romantically involved with him in the mid-late 1990s while he was still wed to Bump's sister. Torman had been arrested for abusing Scivetti in 1997. But we will get back to that case. But yeah, if you have any information about this case, you could call New York Police Department. That's 646-610-6914. Or like I said, you could go to well, I'm reading this is from the Charlie Project actually. A lot of these places, the Charlie Project, NamUs, or even Uncovered, where I'm going to read get another information from. You could go there if you want to leave information about what you may know or what you may have seen. So back to the Anna Marie case, 7 months after Anna disappeared in 1999, the police family searched the old apartment that Anna shared with Charles. At that point, the unit had been vacated, but Charles still owned it. The police didn't find any evidence, did not even fingerprints or hair, even day-to-day life like anybody lived there. They also noted that the unit was apparently wiped clean with the bathroom sink being replaced. At and the floorboards sanded down. Investigators note that floorboards samples were collected for future forensic testing, so they have that and see whatever comes up in the future. On August 19th, 1999, on the 1 year anniversary of Anna's disappearance, Deputy Inspector Charles Wells shared with the media that investigators believe Anna has been a victim of a homicide. It appears that way, but with no proof. Since then, a few tips have came in, mainly one from the early 2000s that investigators have looked into. In an interview, former district attorney for Richmond County, Daniel Donovan, revealed an anonymous mail caller sent in a tip where the tipster claimed that he had dropped off Anna's blue-gray Mazda at a dumping ground in 1998 near the Outer Bridge crossing in Staten Island. Following his report, the DA's office and FBI teamed up, dredging the waters near the Kreshner's home on Arthur Kill Road, which runs along the water. Investigators recovered car parts from many different vehicles, but none were linked back to Anna's Mazda. So where's the case at today? Now it's been nearly over 24 years since Anna was disappeared, so it was 26 years. Over 2 decades without movement, without any eyes, without answers. In 2005, Anna was declared legally dead on the anniversary of her disappearance. In 2020, Charles Corman, the guy responsible for all this, who has only been deemed a person of interest, I would say sadly passed away because we don't know if he had anything to do with the two women's missing, their disappearance, or if they murdered them. If he did, he took that with him to the grave. Anna's case remains unsolved, but with a fresh take, newfound media interest, and a thorough investigation of all angles, can her case be dusted off. So, and she was missing August 19th, 1998. Birthday September 20th, 1963. So current age should be 60. At the age of her disappearance is 34. Her NamUs number is MP743, Caucasian white, female, 5'2", so short one, 115 pounds, and her hair is brown. Now I will post pictures. Have not done it after my last episode to put a picture of the missing person on social media, but I will do that, and you'll find that it's not a group. It's just like my page, like a personal page, but it's just Mr. Mouse page. But also on mine, Gary Howard. Any information I do on this, I usually post pictures of on my page, Gary Howard, and then Truck Stop Murder and True Crime and Missing Mouse. So you can look that if you want any pictures of it. But there you have it. There's the case of Anna Marie Scivetti and Elizabeth Bump. So if you know any information about that, you can always get on some of these sites like Uncovered. You could leave information there, a tip, or just call 911 or the police number that I gave you earlier. All right, then hopefully we find her and find some information about it. And if you're a podcaster, please share this information, create this information yourself, make a episode of Scivetti. Right now I looked and I cannot find really no episodes about her, John Lord, and that's it. I have not looked up Elizabeth Bump, but I'm assuming it's the same. Also, the True Crime and Paranormal Podcast Festival is in Boston this year. I'll leave the link in the notes description if you want to go. And as always, if you want to email me, you can email me at mrmiles70 at gmail.com or me directly at gary.howard5 at yahoo.com. All right, then, as I always say, just stay safe out there.